Well, haven't filmed anything in a few days here. We've been getting a lot of rain. Over the last 2 days, I think we got about 2.5, 3 inches of rain, so everything's just a muddy mess. And had to haul out some manure this morning because it froze a little bit. Got down to, I think, 26 last night. And was hoping it'd be enough to hold up the tractor and manure spreader, but that didn't work. And buried the manure spreader and had to pull that out, but got that done. And then after breakfast this morning, I put the duals on the 7110 in hopes to float across the ground a little bit better, but that much rain this early in the year is not too good, so we'll see how things go next time. But my dad, uncle, and brother, they're taking 100 bales of hay, so I'm doing some work in the shop. And haven't been filming much, but I just do a bunch of odds and ends throughout the day and just haven't filmed anything. But so far, this thing, we got the front end rebuilt, the tie rod ends, did both sides. That thing's done for the front end, but now we got to do the water pump. Can't really see it, but it's leaking. All this stuff's got to come off the front, so that's kind of just a project here and there when we get time to, but waiting on parts 90% of the time. So we got to get that outside, get it power washed up before work on that again. But other than that, I think that thing will be ready to go. And then the 1066, took the PTO out of it, I don't know, a few days ago. Got a international mechanic coming out to pressure test it or something. I don't know. I needed it out on the bench to air test it, so took it out when got a chance one night, and it's sitting on the bench waiting for him. And then this thing, we got all the parts for it and everything, but I am waiting on a socket. It's this type of nut. It's it's got 4 prongs here or slots, so you need a 4-prong socket to go over this to tie that. I got a guy sending me one from Iowa, but it's for I guess for this chopper you got a bearing on both sides, and that side is the socket he's giving me, so it's only about, I don't know, 4 inches long, where this side needs to slide probably 6-8 inches. So what I'm gonna have to do is cut it and extend it to reach out past the end of the shaft to tighten the bearing, because these need to be torqued, and I don't want to screw this up because I don't want to do this again. So, but like I said, got all the new parts and everything. That's the shaft, all the bearings and everything's over there for that. So waiting for the socket for that, then we'll get working on the chopper again and hopefully get that done, because spring's coming awfully fast now and want to get that done. And then this thing, I am in the process of, I'm putting a, I guess, hot lead and a negative for this fuel tank. I want to mount it right here so I got power. I was going to take some old jumper cables and run from the battery underneath the truck up to there, but I don't have anything long enough. So found a kit off Amazon, which they're not long enough either, but I think they're 4-foot sections. So I think what I'm going to do is just buy some heavy wire to run front to back, and then I'll buy the it's a 2-post thing for hot and negative with a mounting bracket. Mount that back there. That way I don't have to pop the hood all the time, take the cord, run it all the way to the front, and that way it just eliminates that. Because last time I was running the excavator, I had to fuel up the skid loader and the excavator, and I went to go move, and I just threw the cord in between the toolbox and headache rack here, and it slid out and ran it over. So it was dark, and I thought I had it up there far enough, but it wasn't. So I want to just do that. That way I have to just hook up back here instead of running all the way to the front. So that's one thing I'm working on. And then I bought these lights here. they're just little little LED lights. They're actually for like a side-by-side or something, but bought these. Gonna mount them like right there, 2 on each side, or 1 on each side, and have one facing this way, one facing that way. When we're out planting or something, or fueling up or whatever, I can have lights and see. And I'm gonna put like the switches like right here in the dash. I'll get 2 of them. I can run one or the other. That way I don't have to turn them both on, because the kits I've seen, all of them are like for just one. You get 2 lights but 1 switch, and I don't want it like that. I want to be able to turn one or the other on. So Amazon has a kit that you can put like 2 switches in it, so I'm gonna get that coming here shortly, hopefully, and that way I can mount these up, because I think it'll be nice, because finally got the truck set up like I want. So I want to get lights there, and then I thought about maybe a light bar on top too to light up things. So like when we're planting or something, we got lights to see when we're filling up and stuff like that. But everything's just seems to be a project, but slowly but surely getting things knocked out here and getting things back going. So I think that basically catches up on everything of what we've been doing lately. And then I guess another project, running the air. So the air tank's up there, and I just had a hose coming from the shutoff down, and as you can see, this hose here runs all the way up there, comes across to the back of our hose reel, and we want a shutoff down below. That way we don't have to go all the way up there, shut off the air all the time. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna redo all this, because it's just not what I thought it'd be in my mind. So I'm gonna take the bench and put it out here, so it'll come out probably a foot or 2 inside the door, and then be about 2 foot away from the wall here. That way it's in this vicinity, and then we'll be able to have like full access to this, because with this post being here, I wasn't planning on the guy putting in a post here, but he made it heavy enough to where we won't have any issues with this coming down. But I'm gonna put the bench out here. That way I can put like all this, so like the lift, all my stands and all miscellaneous stuff, the welders, plasma cutter, torch, everything will be underneath here. This will be more like a storage unit now. And then I'm going to mount the hose reel on this post. That way, one, it's not on this bench, because every time we pull the hose out, you knock stuff off, and it's just getting annoying. And I want to put that up there, and then run a metal air line from up there down across and then to the back of that. So that's kind of the plan. So that's today's project anyways. So I think quit rambling on here and get to work here, but I'll keep you guys along. I'm gonna see what I can get done mounting wise, so we'll get to work here and see what we can get done. So I haven't filmed anything last couple of days. We've been working in the shop, getting stuff cleaned up, moved around, getting the upstairs storage filled up so that we're not all downstairs with everything, and coming along pretty good. I got the hose reel hung and everything. I gotta just order a hose reel for the or order a hose for the reel, but trying to get everything organized in there and get that done with. But been busy just cleaning it up, but we'll hopefully get to it here. I think they got more rain this weekend, but so today's Monday, and you cleaning up this woods here, and I almost got this done last time I was here, the 2.5 acre piece anyways. I got good amount of it done. I just got a little bit more to rake up, or to brush the pile up, and a few stumps, but other than that, got most of it done. I just got a root rake this side really, and then the other side, if you guys remember, I said something about it'd be like a neighbor, I guess. He's across the road, and he wanted some of the wood, and he's been cutting that for quite a while now too, I guess about as long as I've been cutting up this wood. But he got, I don't know, about maybe half of the other side done, or cut up I should say, and I'm working over there today because I'm basically done over here. I'm in the process of getting a guy to cut some metal for me, because the other guy, he never got back with me on the root rake, so it is what it is. But only issue is the guy's down in St. Louis, Missouri, which is about I think it's around 5-hour drive from here, but there's nobody up this way that'll get back a hold of me to get me a rake or get metal for a rake, so trying to find somebody to do it, and he said that he can cut me the metal, so I sent him dimensions and everything, and he gave me a quote on some of it, and then he's figuring out the other stuff, so hopefully he gets me the quote this afternoon, or by this afternoon here, and hopefully get that, and then I might take a day and go pick that up, because he's pretty reasonably priced on material, because I'm doing 1.5 tines for that rake, and for 8 of those it was gonna be like 133 bucks, I think he said, which I didn't think was bad for that thick of metal and all that. So but yeah, so he's giving me some more prices on that, and I'll probably just go with him because he's the only one that's getting back a hold of me. So but yeah, so I got some of this stuff cut up here. I got this all pinched, so I'm trying to get it out, but then get that piece cut all the way. But as you can see, the guy, well, I guess I don't know how well you guys remembered this before, but he got a good little bit of this cleared out of here. He's been mainly working in the side and back, but so that was a stump there, he cleared that one, and then all this in the middle here, he's got it cleaned up. So yeah, I'm just kind of going through here and getting whatever he didn't get, and getting it cut up and get it out of here, and then get the other stuff piled up. So that's what we're working on today. I'm hoping this only takes about 2 days over here, because he's got a good bit of it done, so I just got to do the rest of it, of course. But I don't know if he's coming back to get any more either, so we'll see. But if he does, that's fine. If not, we'll just clean up the rest of it. So yeah, but I think that catches you guys up on everything here. But just gonna mainly rake up everything here, that junk, and there's the saw, so gotta get it unpinched, and we'll do a little bit of cleanup here, and then we'll get back to cutting. So we'll just keep going here and see what we can get done today. So I don't have a whole lot out here to cut up. The neighbor, he's been cutting up a lot of this, But you can see over there, that's where the other 2.5 acres was. That's all cleared, just gotta rake it. And then all this in here, they cut, excuse the wind, hopefully you guys can hear me, but then all throughout here, they cut all this stuff. And then all that over there is all cut as well. So I don't have a whole lot to cut up here, but I still got a handful of standing trees that gotta get knocked down. But I want to clean up this stuff first, that way not knocking it down on top of the brush and all that stuff, because that just makes cleanup a lot harder. So, but shouldn't be too much to do here. I'm hoping to get done this week. If everything goes good, should do that no problem. But I just got, I don't know, there's only a handful of trees really, probably around 10 trees to cut. So hoping to get that done today and then clean up tomorrow, and then get the excavator moved over here, because I got it sitting on the other side. But get it moved over here and start piling this stuff up, and then rip out some more trees. So got the saw out, so we'll get some more fuel in it and keep on cutting. So yesterday got a good bit of this stuff cut up. I got I think there's 2 more trees that got get cut, and then I got knocked down some more. But these trees over on this 2.5 acres is a lot worse than the other ones. Where the guy, the neighbor here, he took quite a few trees, and then there's just a bunch of the, well, like this one here, I started cutting into it and it's rotted, and there's, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 other ones I cut into, and they were rotted as well. So I'm not getting a whole lot of wood out of here on this side, but it is what it is. It don't really matter. It's just a little, get a little extra money, but I still getting paid to clear it, so not too big of an issue. But then a lot of the tops are also rotted, which sucks, but can't do nothing about it, so we're just piling it up and burning it. But got, I don't know, there's probably a dozen or so trees left to knock down. Whether or not they're any good or not is the next issue, but we'll find that out once we get them knocked down, and we'll see if they're any good, and we'll cut them up if they are. But if not, we'll just throw them on the burn pile. So just trying to get all this stuff cleaned up here, and we'll get it piled up, and then we'll start knocking down some more trees. pretty good today, minus the broken windshield. Had a piece, the neighbor that was cutting up some wood, he kind of piled up some branches and stuff, and they were all sideways, and went to grab it and flipped it up and busted my windshield. I think I got that on video, but definitely wasn't good, but it is what it is. I need to put that brush guard on the window, but I haven't had it home to put it on, but it is what it is. We'll get it fixed and put the guard on the next time. But I got everything knocked down and picked up. That's I guess the brush, but I gotta finish cutting this stuff up and get it piled up as well. And there's, I don't know, about probably 15-ish trees, not quite. So got a few brush piles. There's what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 8 in this one here. So gonna have a little bit to burn as well, but it'll get there. Hopefully I get done with this week here. I should be able to get done with it the next 2 days, but trying to get the metal for the root rake. It's looking like gonna have to go down to St. Louis, Missouri, which is about 5 hours one way, but my mom and dad said they'd go down there, so I'll see if I can get that stuff ordered and get them to get it, because the guys got used, well, it's material that's been sitting in a warehouse and it's rusted, but don't really matter for what I'm doing with it. So it's a lot cheaper than anybody else, so I think that's the route I'm gonna go with. So hopefully get that stuff here by the end of the week, because I like to get it welded up this weekend and get it on the excavator so I can start raking. I got all this stuff to rake up as well, so there's 5 acres to rake up, and with the skid loader just take forever because I'm making this 8 foot long, so, or 8 foot wide. But yeah, so hopefully we can get this done here, because I got what, 3 more jobs lined up. So got a lot to do still, but they're small jobs, so it won't take too long, but I'd like to get them done. So, but that's it for today. Gonna head on home. It's about a little after 6:30, but I'll get you guys back out here tomorrow. So today I didn't go over to do anything with the trees, but a little under the weather, so didn't feel like running a chainsaw. But today it's already about 3 o'clock, and we just been kind of cleaning up the place, burning some brush out back and picking up things and leveling out the driveway and stuff like that. But in the shop now, I got to make a socket for this nut for the chopper. Those blower bearings, got 2 of them. They're like this. They're it's kind of like a cone, and that slides in, and when you tighten this down, it squeezes that cone on the shaft. So I need a socket to be able to tighten this down. That way we can torque it to the right specs. And can't find anything online, and Deere, they were like over 200 bucks online, but didn't want to spend that. So found, well, this is a piece from our gas line when we did our grain dryer, and they want to take this back because it had rust on it, but it looks fine to me, but we had to keep it. So what I'm gonna do is take this, and it's kind of hard to show, but they're even with this to the notches. So what we're gonna do is take, this is just a key, and gonna put them in like that, cut these down, make 4 pieces, and just have a little tab sticking up so we can catch this and tying it down with this socket, and then I'll weld them on there. And then this is just a cap. I'm gonna cut a hole in that, make it for a 1/2-inch drive, and then we'll probably, I think we'll probably weld these together. That way it's not spinning on us when we're trying to tie them down. But this is basically one-time use, because I hope this bearing doesn't go out on this machine again, because it's got quite a few hours on it for well, we don't put that many hours on it, I should say, to where it shouldn't go out anymore. So, but we'll have the tool anyways. But that's what I'm gonna do. So we'll get this stuff cut down to length here and then weld it onto here, and then we'll be able to put this chopper together. Well, got it finished up here. Not too bad. It's definitely on the snug side, but it does fit, so we're gonna call that good. We'll see how it holds up. I don't know if I got good enough welds on here because this stuff's thinner, so hopefully it's gonna hold up, and we'll see if we can get this chopper back going. But it's about 5 o'clock now. Had some things come up, but got that taken care of and got this finished up. So it's about 5 o'clock, so it's milking time. So I'll get you guys back out tomorrow. So today, got the semi out here in the log trailer. Gonna see if we can get a load of logs out of here and not get stuck. Brought my girlfriend along in case we do, hopefully use the skid loader to push it out, but we'll see how that goes. But what I'm gonna do first is bring all these logs that I got here over to the trailer, and then I'm gonna start cutting them to length. That way I don't have to carry a lot of logs over at once, because it's wet right throughout here. So I'm hoping over there is dry and I can get out of here. So we'll go ahead and get these moved and start cutting them up. that's how long I needed them for the trailer. Well, come my trailer the right way. So these, what I'm gonna do is hang them off the back a little bit. They won't be extremely far off the back end, but they'll stick over, I don't know, probably 6-8 inches. And then the front of the semi-trailer's got a longer, I guess, deck on the top part of that. And that is, I want to say it's 11-ish foot. So I'm going to put them, the 9-foot ones up there as well. But I got the 3 middle decks, or whatever, filled. So I'm just working on the back one, and I'll work on the front one. So won't be too much longer. We'll have this done, and then we'll strap her down and head on home. But I got, for the most part, I got all of this stuff cut up on this side of the woods, I guess you could call it. And then I got some, that's a little bit long there, but and then I got the other stuff on the left hand side of us, on the other side of the woods there. So what I'm hoping to do is get most of these 9-foot pieces on there, and then I should have, give or take, a load or so from this side, and then there's probably a load and a half from the other side. So give or take about, what would that be, about 3 loads, I guess. So we'll see, because I got a lot of these big pieces here as well. So gotta see what I can all fit here, because I'm hoping I don't have to make any unnecessary trips for just a few pieces. I'm gonna put these big pieces probably on the front deck. That way most of the weight is up there and not on the trailer like that. So I'll just get these loaded up here and then strap down, and then we'll head on home. Well, it's almost 2 o'clock today. Had to go to an auction and pick up some stuff got the other day, I guess, and that took way longer than it should have, but I wanted to get that done and then go get some more logs, but it took probably 3 hours. So definitely not gonna go get some logs today, but I'm gonna get these unloaded. I'm hoping, I put the 2 big logs on the back because this skid loader, I don't know if it's gonna pick it up or not, and I didn't want to have it up there because that's about a foot higher that it'd have to pick it up. So I put them back here in hopes I can get them off. If not, I'll just drag them off the back and then I can move them. I just cannot pick them up that high with this thing, I'm thinking. So we're gonna see what we can do and go from there. But got the spot all cleared off there. Got it cleaned up yesterday. Got all the real old stuff over here, and then the last stuff that we got's over there. So this will be going in there. I'm figuring roughly 3 to 4 loads I'll have, so won't be a huge pile, but it'll be a pretty good pile. So gonna get these off, or the grapples hooked up, and then we'll start taking this stuff off, and we'll see if we can get those big logs off.